So, hey Mona, welcome to My Genetics Making of Health show. And you are one of the success stories that we've had so far. And what an amazing journey you've had. Uh, I remember you still first time contacting me on Facebook and then asking me about joining the program. And then I came to know about your dad and me and Sanika. I mean, Sanika is so close to your dad, and I also know your dad. So I was happy to know that you wanted to join the program, and I'm happy that you have reached to this stage where we have been able to successfully reverse your diabetes. So tell me how you came to know about what kind of work I do. Okay, before that, tell me something about yourself.
Yes, so I think if everybody else is listening, this is Mona here, Mona Singh, and I work for Taj in the sales and marketing department. And past few years of my life been very stressful, and that's how I think I got this. Few years back, I was diagnosed with mild PCOS. So I was actually advised by the doctor to take metformin at that time only, but I ignored. I was in denial mode like that. So I ignored. Because like I always believed I did not want to be on medication at all. He
Right.
said you need that for a few years and then you don't need any other medication. It's gonna get sorted itself. So I think he mentioned if you don't take it now, you will end up getting diabetes type 2. So,
Right.
like he right. Few years later, combined, then I was diagnosed with fatty liver also. I was told the lifestyle change, like you have long working hours, change that. But unfortunately, the industry that I work in, it's not possible to reduce number of hours or stress. That's like a part of our life. So that's somewhere I just couldn't do. So I think it just kept building up, and finally last year, diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. That's where it hit. Okay, like we all get that alarm.
Absolutely. What was your
That
HbA1c levels that time? 11.2 something, right?
yes, 11.2. That was shocking more for the doctor because I didn't understand what 11.2 meant. So I saw the results, I got it, and I went and I showed it to the doctor. So the doctor was like literally shocked. He knows my dad, so he knows the family history. So he panicked. He's like, "You're going to do ECG right now, and you're also going to do your lipid profile immediately, and then we put you in metformin and I think one more metformin." I was like, okay. So
This was
I
exactly a year back.
yes, a year back, correct, in July. No, actually, yes, July, last year,
July.
July.
Okay.
So, but thankfully for me, metformin did not work. So when I used to feel nauseous. I used to throw up. I used to have severe headaches and all. So I went and I told the doctor that this is not working for me. So it's like, try, continue it for some time. Maybe eat something or change what you're eating before. So and I wasn't convinced in any which ways. I had seen my father take diabetes medicine all his life. We have a family history of diabetes, and blood. My mother had blood clot, and she was paralyzed because of that, and we lost her when I was like very small. I was maybe about 8 years or so. So family history of these things. So doctor advise that you have to take because eventually it's going to affect your heart, and you also have high hemoglobin. So you're all connecting these things.
Right.
My family, extended family, my sister-in-law's family, they are based in Gujarat, Baroda. So they knew a good Ayurvedic doctor. They mentioned get in touch with him, and he will really help out. Or something really different, not whatever. So I started Ayurvedic medication. He put me on a diet, and it helped me a lot. It brought down my sugar levels from what it was 394. It came down to 209 or something.
Right.
Fasting. Was in 2 months' time. But the only problem was it involved taking a lot of tablets and a lot of powders. So you had in the morning you had to get up, you had to brush them and then take. So, frankly, it was too much of a hassle for me. And again, I was doing something which I didn't want to do, take medicine all my life.
Right.
Thankfully, lockdown came and I couldn't order his medicines. He couldn't courier and all. And meanwhile, I was going through. Luckily, I'm friends with Sanika, so I think she was sharing on FB your blogs, your write-ups. So I was going through,
Right.
and as soon as I was diagnosed with diabetes too, I had already started looking for ways to reverse it. I never wanted to manage it right from the beginning. I always wanted to reverse it.
Right.
So I think one thing led to another, and got in touch with you.
Amazing.
This was
Amazing. I mean, something always connects two people in this world, and probably Sanika was that one common link that we had between us, and whatever, it has to work towards your goal also at the same time. And it's great. I'm happy that you got in touch with me, and I was able to make a difference in your health. And today your HbA1c levels are 5 point how
I think
much?
it's 5.3.
5.3. So from 11.2, you have jumped down to 5.2. How does it feel?
So, frankly, when I saw the reports, I couldn't believe myself. I was like, maybe I should do another lab test. So, I thought maybe from 11.2 it may have gone to 9 or 8, but 5 was totally unbelievable. So,
Excellent. I mean, after looking at your results, anybody, I mean, even the doctor probably who was looking after your diabetes and all would be really happy to see those reports.
so one thing is that because I believed in it, right from the beginning I knew this is what I wanted, and it helped following your plan right to the P. It completely helped, and I think staying committed really helped.
Of course, the success to the journey of my genetic nutrition plan is, I always tell everyone, is the success depends on your commitment. If you commit 100%, you will get what you're looking at. And
And
I really feel happy looking at your results, because your results are just amazing, and it's the kind of a example for anyone who's experiencing diabetes or who's experiencing PCOS or fatty liver, that diabetes can be reversed. You can reverse your fatty liver. You can improve your PCOS condition just by changing your food habits. And tell everyone about what your thoughts were when I first time gave you the nutrition plan. How that did it surprise you? Did it shock you? And how did you manage to successfully follow it?
okay, so frankly, for me, I thought firstly that either you will send another chart which includes grains like chapati or rice, because this chart was only for 4 days. So I came back to you saying, Coach, this is only for 4 days. You said, yeah, you have to continue. So what I thought, 4 days I have to follow this, and then the rest 3 days it has to be my normal diet.
Ah,
But then you also sent what do you say, instructions, and it said no grains. I was like, that's like a total this thing for me, and I don't think I will be able to do. Frankly, my first intuition was I don't think I'll be able to do it.
right.
So go back to coach, because I don't want to do anything half-heartedly. So I thought
Absolutely.
maybe. And so I went and I asked you, coach, no grains totally, no chapati, no rice. He said, no, this is what you need to follow. And you'll experience like a week, for a week, you'll have detox and all issues, and then you should be fine. So, frankly, yes, that's what happened. First 3 or 4 days were very difficult for me, because my body was not used to it. So just being on cheese or without chapati, without rice, it took me a week, I think, to get adjusted. Not even
Right.
3 4 days, but 3 4 days were very bad for me. They were like, I had a lot of withdrawal symptoms. I had fever. I was feeling tired completely. Plus, the times were my family, everybody was panicking around. It's Corona, it's COVID, and she has fever. Okay, she's feeling tired. Okay, and I'm like, no, just relax. Everybody was like, no, please stop this diet right now. It's not the right time. And I was like, it's okay, relax. I'll manage. I'll be fine. So then you said just take a Crocin or whatever to control the fever. But after a week, frankly, I didn't feel like, okay, I need to eat chapati or rice, and my energy levels were much better. That is first thing what I experienced. So in
Right.
spite of eating the energy food, what I thought, I was feeling energetic. So I was like, okay, this is doable. Let's do it then.
Right.
That's when.
So we'll come back here that all the positive things that you are slowly experiencing on the diet. tell everyone what you were experiencing before. Like, what were your problems before? What problems you were feeling health wise or energy wise? Do you remember those things, or you have just forgotten all the problems?
Work, I think I should remember because I would never want to go back to that. So I used to be tired all the time basically. So I thought maybe it's just because my job involves long working hours, it involves traveling. So I thought maybe it's just that. So when I used to come climbing a couple of floors used to make me so tired. I used to be what do you say, breathing heavily and all that. I had very low stamina. My knees used to hurt, and also health wise, I was facing a lot of issues. Then I also started getting these boils. So pus filled boils. They used to start very small, and then they used to and what do you say? They used to become big pus boils. So that's when the doctors had told me, please go and get yourself tested for sugar.
Right.
So I again ignored it frankly. So she gave me a course, the doctor. With that, it got cleared. But then that came coming back again and again.
Right.
So that's when. So
Do you
that
remember
I
what medications the doctor had given you for the boils?
she given me an antibiotic. Then she gave me something Rabidi. That was I think so that I don't have acidic this thing. And
Okay.
there was one. So that was a 5 days antibiotic course. And
Okay. Okay. Alright. So now all these problems, what anything else that you experienced? I can't hear you.
can you hear me now?
Yeah. Anything else that you experienced other than this?
Hair fall, very very bad hair fall, and in fact even started now also. So that since I got in touch with the Ayurvedic doctor, I also mentioned to him about my hair fall. So he gave me a hair oil or something that helped me to a great extent. It stopped the hair fall for the time being, but he said that is also because of the high sugar levels. So I think I was completely messed up health wise, from being tired all the time to high sugar levels to these boils, hair fall, stressful life, fatty liver. I think I was completely messed up, and I was just delaying it, ignoring it. Okay, let's see how long I can take. Let's see how long I can take. So, I wish I
So
had started.
so the time that you switched completely and decided to change your life and take this step, were you very tired of the entire experience that you were having of your health, or something
Yes,
triggered you?
heavy hair, very heavy. So I was losing hair like in bunches and all. And I knew the doctor told me it's also because of your high sugar levels. So that's when I started panicking, and I started look. That's and fortunately at the same time I think I came across that one of your items and I got in touch. So what triggered was the hair fall.
The hair fall. And now you can tell us all the benefits that you experienced from the first week of the diet.
Yeah. So the tiredness has gone maybe because I'm also at home, not really stress and all that is not there. But yes, I feel a lot more energetic. I can climb 4 floors, 5 floors, and I don't feel tired.
Excellent.
Um Knee pain and all I used to experience. Weight loss, I think it's one of the most important. That came as a bonus. I was frankly not looking at weight loss. I knew I had to lose a few kgs, but that was not primarily what I wanted to do. But that came as a bonus, and I think
How
with
much
that,
how much have you lost so far?
lost 9 kgs. So I
9
started,
kgs.
yes, yes. So that is what in past 1 year also I was losing weight rapidly. So that is also what made the doctors think that it could also be because of my sugar
Diabetes,
level.
sugar
Yeah.
levels. Yes.
What I started 2019 the year with, I think I was 17 or something or 18. So within a year, I lost 10 kgs, and everybody was like, "Okay, you're losing weight." I was only happy about it,
Hmm.
even though I knew it could be because of a problem. But I was very happy that I'm losing weight. So I didn't take it seriously. So, but yeah, weight loss is one. Then with that, the pressure on my knees has gone, so they don't hurt when I climb. Energy levels are really high. I don't feel like sleeping all the time like how I used to. I don't feel like lazing around and all. Like today, I've traveled like 5-6 hours, but I don't feel tired at all. I'm just fine to do it.
Excellent. So would you tell us what is the kind of meals that you have on a typical day? If you're traveling outside, let's say if you're going to your office, what kind of meals would you prefer, and how do you do your smart decisions? What are they based on
Now,
now?
okay, so my day starts with black coffee, and I take almonds and sometimes seeds, but that's typically my breakfast. I don't have breakfast now. Initially, when I started the diet, it was egg and cheese. Um, and afternoon it used to be either paneer or chicken. I'm not a big fan of fish, but I tried. Then cucumber or some vegetable. That was used to be lunch. And similarly for dinner, nowadays I've developed a liking for pancakes. So I have that a lot, coconut pancakes. So either for lunch or dinner. So
So you got to send the recipe to us. So you're hiding all these secret recipes.
no, no, you sent me in fact.
Okay, I sent you. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I keep trying Kenny's recipes also, but I'm not a very good cook. I used to not cook actually earlier. It used to be it's just me and my father who stays. My brother stays in Delhi, so we have a cook who used to come. So now that because of lockdown, I was introduced to cooking again. So I had to prepare my own meals, make my own meals. But I learned a lot. So from Kenny, I have to really
Right.
thank him. Keto meals. So, yeah.
Excellent. So if you're traveling today, would you eat first at home, or would you travel without eating food, or would you find a place which serves you the kind of food that you want to eat? What would be your strategy when you travel?
I knew I could travel without food actually, so I carried lemon water with me, and
Okay.
lemon water, slices of cucumber and some ginger and all that kind of water. I knew I can travel without food. If at all, I carried nuts with me. I knew if I feel hungry because I didn't know on the way if I'll find something that I can eat. If at all I find, I will go for maybe paneer or chicken, something like that.
And what would have been the choices before you started this program when you were traveling?
Okay, so junk food for sure. So maybe a pizza or a vada pav on the way, of course, or a burger if you see McD. So nowadays I look at McD, I'm like, no, I don't feel anything. Like earlier,
Excellent.
yeah, I really don't feel so. Pizza, I don't know, we used to be like literally every 15 days, and this literally used to happen at work. Every day in the evening, we used to have something or the other junk. Now you have Zomato and everything. So just out of boredom, not because we are hungry or whatever, we used to just eat out of boredom. All of us are together. Okay, let's order burger, let's order pizza. So that used to be our lifestyle, and I'm surprised how literally we did that. But now it's been like. I think at months I don't feel like eating any of that. I don't.
So happy. And have you been able to influence any of your colleagues or any of the people you know? Have they asked you like, hey, what are you doing? How come you have changed?
My boss. So we recently we had a review chat with him, and he saw me and he's like, "Am I seeing correctly? Why you've lost weight? Is your health okay? Is it fine?" So beginning of the this thing only, I had told them that I am going on this diet. So they were like, "No, please don't go." Because it's COVID times and all that. So I was like, okay, okay, but I don't need to tell them yes what I'm doing, but
Right.
I was like, I told him going on a diet, and he's like, okay, I think you should tell everybody. Ye wo. I tried telling, but then the idea of going off grains just puts them off.
Yeah.
So when they see me that yes, you can survive, yes, you can be much more healthier, much more happier without that, they will also want to adopt.
Absolutely.
Because we had very unhealthy food habits, like I said, eating just out of boredom. So,
That's a very good point because people sometimes just eat lunch because it's 2 o'clock. They try and eat some snack because it's 5 o'clock. And as you said, because of boredom, a lot of times, and because of the company that we have, a lot of times, because someone else is hungry and they are ordering, so we just go and have a bite from it, and that bite ends up becoming actually a huge meal.
yeah, a peer pressure. You know, a lot of times you don't want to order, but because everybody else is ordering, you will end up ordering because they are eating, and then you're like, okay, I don't want to take a share of their food, so maybe let's order. So that used to happen a lot at work every
Excellent.
day.
Excellent, excellent. It's a very good point. And had you ever fasted before in life?
Yes, yes, fasted. I used to do few years back. Like that was like for religious fasts and all. So
But
Navratri,
what
I used
what
to.
kind of fast? Were they really rigorous fasts, or how were they?
No, not rigorous fast. So like Navratri. So fast is like namesake. Maybe afternoon you're having fast food, then you're having fruits. So 9 days like that I used to keep. But then not. Now I think of it, I know it's not really fast. What you're doing is you're only eating certain food, but you're still eating.
Right.
So kind of fast I never did, and I couldn't believe actually that I could do it.
Amazing. So now that you have realized what fast actually is, because we Indians have invented a new category of fast food. Do you realize that? Normally, fasting means not eating anything, but we have
Yes,
invented food to eat during a fast. So we Indians are very creative, and the fast food that the Indians define is completely different. The food that we can eat during fast is fast food.
100%. So it's got a lot to do with family. Okay, you're fasting. Okay, you not eat anything. You're going to work. You're traveling. No, no, you have to eat. Take this, take that. So yeah, I think it's ingrained.
It's ingrained.
Really deep.
The love is overflowing from everyone. Right? They are everything. Basically, the mom will always worry about whether you're eating or not. Dad will worry about whether you're eating or not. Friends or relatives, everyone. Yeah, first, if you go to someone's house, you are presented with a lot of food, and if you don't eat, then they feel offended.
A completely wrong notion, I think.
Yeah, yeah,
So
absolutely.
it took me very long to convince my father. I think it took him a whole month. I'm going off grains. So he still says you're not eating properly. Will affect your health. So it took me very long to even the changing of the oil. I had to like literally like typical North Indian family. You have to have mustard oil every
Yes.
meal. So it took me very long to convince him. So I changed it without telling him once, and he didn't realize. Earlier, he used to actually he used to realize immediately.
Does he share some food with food from your food?
No, not really. He's
Not
still not
really.
come. But
Okay.
he's come to acceptance that I can eat this food and I am healthy. And then I was losing weight, and he was like, "I think you're losing weight too much. You're not looking healthy." But he realized that I'm not tired and all that. I'm okay. So he's convinced. At least he's okay that I am not eating. So he's fine with that. So convincing him to do that will take a little longer.
Is he seen the results? How? What does he think of your results now?
Results he didn't understand frankly, but then when I showed him, "I've seen this is 11.2 to 5.10." He's like, what you did? I said, "Oh, I was eating this food and all that, so that helped." And you remember Rahul? I said, the Sanika, yes, 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 I remember. So I said, yes. So I got in touch with him. I went on to this diet and everything. So that helped me. So he didn't understand much of the results, but he was happy that it's reversed and it's okay with me now.
Excellent. Congratulations again for reversing your diabetes and many other conditions. What do you think about the support group? I mean, how it has helped you, and what do you think of the support group that we have, the KIIC support group?
Firstly, I got over my needle phobia. To be very frank, when I started, yes, I forgot to mention that I didn't think that I'll be able to. Like we had a chat also when we started, so I said, "Do you need the readings every day?" So because I have needle phobia, so you agreed, okay, till you get used to it, maybe twice a week. So, but I saw on the group that everybody's sharing every day. So, and once I started doing, I got used to it. So now it's like take walk.
Great, you're over your needle phobia. What else have you benefited or liked about the group?
That you can, the group actually helped me. That yes, you can survive without grains. You can do it. Uh, keto can be healthy. You can have it can be fun. You can have different recipes. It's not. It meant giving up chocolate for me, but then I realized okay, you can make fat bombs, which I still
Right.
make it like
Excellent.
almost. Yes, so that and then pancake. I never imagined a pancake without you know grains and all. But yes, you can make it. That's like my almost everyday thing now.
Amazing.
So
And
it
pancakes,
really,
when you feel like you're having a roti or something like that, right?
okay, you actually, I tried making coconut roti, I didn't succeed. So this pancake, it's a little like roti only. So
Right.
it will this thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And overall, the group is so supporting. You send your readings if they are a little high, they will support. No, no, please, it will help happen. Then if it's, they'll encourage you. They will applaud you if it is. And really, really supporting, and it helped me a lot. I would say that.
Excellent. So amazing journey, Mona. I am happy. I think you are also very, very happy, and everyone in the group also is very happy that you have reversed your diabetes. You have gained control over your own health, and that's what we all want to do. Amazing. I'm so happy. What is that one message that you would like to everyone who is watching this?
But yes, it's possible. You have to take your health seriously. Don't let it go to the point I did, and let it just. If you can do it, because if you believe in it, you can really do it. And take things in your stride. Slowly and surely, you will reach there. But most importantly, you have to stay committed and follow the plan. Trust the process, like we say. But
Always.
most importantly, take things in your stride. Understand when your health is going out of hands, and don't let it reach a point where you are dependent on medicine all your life and everything. It's possible to do it. Live your life healthy without medication, without grains. Much healthier, much better.
Amazing, great message, and the message is full of experience, and I can see that what you have experienced yourself. That's exactly what you have put in the message. I'm so happy to hear whatever you said just now. Thank you, Mona, so much. I will keep seeing you
Much
every day on the group.
my faith in you, I knew it. I was thinking about it for a couple of months from Feb and March, but eventually I got in touch with you in April. It was my faith in you that this is possible. I read your blogs and you were so passionate about your work, and I knew I can do it with you. So
Thank
thank
you
you
so
so much.
much.
I
Thank
have
you.
much health today, and I know I'm living a disease-free life. Thanks to
Excellent,
you.
excellent. Most welcome, and thank you for trusting my process.
Anytime, coach, and this is like a lifelong thing now. uh, I I know I will be disease free because I knew a lot of complications would come with diabetes
Yes,
too.
yes,
Thankfully, I have kept them all at bay now.
you
Still
have.
working on it.
Absolutely. It's a process, as we say, and it's a lifelong process. And once you get into a good habit, it never goes off.
True, true, coach.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mona. It was nice talking to you.
Same here, coach.
Bye, bye.
See
See
you.
you.